everyone, welcome to Friday night on HQ Trivia. I'm Beric Livingstone, and I'm sorry to keep you waiting there, but I was having a little cry behind the scenes. Now, I'll tell you why. I always try to share good news with you, but yesterday, just as I was getting my adamant costume together for our 80s themed show, something tragic was happening over in Italy. A huge vat of Prosecco exploded at a winery in Treviso. No one was hurt, but 30,000 litres of Prosecco were wasted. I know. It's why I'm wearing black. But before you imagine a bleak future of British fizz and Babycham, don't worry, because it turns out it's been a bumper harvest and the region should produce 600 million bottles of Prosecco this year, which leaves 500 million for you lot. Yesterday's HQ winners took home a little under £42 each, which is enough to buy 7 bottles if you shop around. And tonight, there's another £1,000 prize to win or split. Let's find out how many winners will share it by answering 12 questions from easy to hard, 10 seconds for each. Get a question right to stay in the game, get one wrong, and you can watch but not play unless you use an extra life. You can use one per game except on the final cue, and also stay tuned for announcements about 2 brand new things coming up on Sunday. But meanwhile, let's get straight on with Q1. What term is used to describe something that is false or misleading? Red herring, blue baboon, yellow eagle. Now, I've heard of a golden eagle, I've heard of a yellow baboon, and I've heard of a Keith herring, but I've never heard of these. They're all false fauna. But the answer we were fishing for was a red herring. Yes, a red herring smoking there, 36,176 of you. We got hooked on the phrase in the 1800s after a writer and MP talked about using kippers to throw hounds off the scent in a hunt. Good idea, I guess. It's a week of firsts on HQ UK. This Sunday night we have The One, our regular game with a £5,000 prize, but all of that prize will be going to just one person. We will keep asking questions until just one of you is left. Will you be the one? Will your friends be the one? We will find out. Q2. What was the title of the first James Bond movie? Dr. Maybe, Dr. Yes, Dr. No. Yes, it is the anniversary of that very movie today, and it's Global James Bond Day to celebrate. Now, being indecisive here won't help you. It's one of those times you should be negative because it's Dr. No. Of course it is. Ian Fleming hated the movie, but I didn't stop him making a lot more. 32,812 of you getting that right. Although it was the first movie in the James Bond franchise, Dr. No was the 6th Bond novel written by Ian Fleming. This week's other big news is that we are launching a new game called HQ Sports. So if you're a sports fan, be sure to tune in for that. It'll run between the big matches on Sunday. The start time is 2 p.m. And we have a brand new host, Tyler West, who is brilliant. He is an amazing presenter and he's a brilliant sportsman. So seriously, do not miss. Okay, on to Q3. The unit of power measurement, known as HP, is an abbreviation of what? Hamster power, horsepower, hedgehog power. Now, power is a rate of doing work. Joules per second, known as watts, is one of them. Or if you've forgotten your physics, it's just known as watts. But we're looking for a different measurement here. A hamster in its wheel can produce enough energy to power, well, not a lot really. We want energy. It's horsepower. Yes, horsepower. Say no to the naysayers. 32,658 of you. Got that right. Horsepower was originally conceived to communicate the power of machines and locomotives to the public. Q4. Diana Prince is the alias of which of these superheroes? Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Batgirl. I put my name into the CBBC superhero name generator today. Yes, you can do it if you want to. I came back with Rocket Diamond. Rocket Diamond is my superhero name, according to CBBC. Suppose it's the superhero son of Neil Diamond and Anne Diamond. Anyway, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Batgirl, 3 stars of the superpower, but which one is Diana Prince with a cape on? More grown-up goddess than girl or mammal. It's Wonder Woman. And wonderful work by 25,905 of you who got that right. Wonder Woman was created by psychologist William Moulton Marsden, who also invented an early prototype of the lie detector. Or did he? Q5. The capital cities of the USA and New Zealand begin with which letter? A, N, W. How well do you know your capitals? What about Bandar Seri Begawan, Brunei, or Srijaya Wardenapura of Sri Lanka? Well, let's start with some easier ones. N would have been no good, and A would have been a pain in the... Anyway, it was, of course, W. W, what we wanted here, and 20,896 of you knew that Washington, D.C. and Wellington are the capital cities of the USA and New Zealand, respectively. Oh, well done. On to Q6. In the House of Commons, the male MP with the longest continuous service is known by which title? Grandfather of the House, Godfather of the House, Father of the House. Oh, that crazy House of Commons with its crazy traditions. You're not allowed to call anyone pipsqueak in the House of Commons. Well, quite right too. If you offered up Godfather of the House, this would be an offer I'd have to refuse. He may or may not be grand, but to MPs, he's Father of the House. And daddies and mummies and other guardians of this question, 14,237 of you who got that right. The first recorded usage of this term was in 1816, and the current Father of the House is Ken Clarke, who's been an MP since 1970. Some shout-outs. Hello to Francesca. Hope you had fun at Alton Towers. To Matthew from MJ, who loves and hugely appreciates you. To John from Norwich, and to Lawrence and Rachel from Gateshead. Good luck to all of you. On to Q7. The TV programme Band of Brothers took its name from which of these Shakespeare plays? Henry V, Julius Caesar, Richard III. Yes, 2001's drama, most expensive TV drama ever made at the time with 2,000 extras, and the screen debut of one Tom Hardy. Now, these are 3 battle-laden history plays, but will just a happy few of you remember that the title character we're looking for is Henry V. Say hallelujah if you got that right. 5,922 if you did, but it's a savage question on 7 there, with 9,000 eliminated. Yes, the lines are from Henry's famous St. Crispin's Day speech, parts of which have been used in everything from Doctor Who to Buffy. Q8. Which of these subjects has not been a special edition of Monopoly? Bass fishing, Led Zeppelin, Sonic the Hedgehog. Ah, good old Monopoly, supposedly made in 1933 by Charles Darrow, but actually it was a woman that made it, and the idea was stolen from her. Appropriate enough for this game of dastardly double-dealing. Now, of these 3, sadly, the only one I'd be interested in playing is the right answer here. So pass go, collect £200, and take the stairway to heaven if you picked Led Zeppelin. Yes, I got a whole lot of love for 1,975 of you, but it's another savage question there. A lot of you thought bass fishing, well, it sounds unlikely, but bass fishing is an actual Monopoly special edition. Apparently, it makes a good match for a game which takes hours and is largely pointless. Q9. Which Hollywood star is in the US Inventors Hall of Fame for their work which led to wireless technology? Marlon Brando, Gary Cooper, Eddie Lamar. Good old Inventors Hall of Fame, 562 inventors inducted, including Marvin Carruthers this year for chemical synthesis, and Joseph C. Shivers, who is in there for inventing spandex. We're all grateful for that one. Now, this one is renowned for good looks, too raunchy for the Pope, but much more than a pretty face. The clue to the brain is in the name. It's Hedy Lamar. Yeah, and the heady heights of success for 1,962 of you there. Lamar, a really interesting character. She was a skilled inventor patenting the wartime frequency hopping technology that prefigured Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Amazing woman. Q10. Which of these snacks is not named after a person? Pretzels, M&Ms, nachos. Ah, you've got a nice meal right there. We bring all the good foods to you on HQ. In fact, we should probably release an HQ cookbook. It would have all foods that have been on the questions and nothing else. It'd be great. You can make some recipes as long as you had a gym nearby and an understanding GP. Anyway, these are all bad for you, but only one might help you learn Latin. With linguistic roots, meaning branches like arms, see what we did there? It's pretzels! Pretzels, and with the pretzel logic, 679 of you, but another savage question, as nearly 1,400 of you went out on that one. M&Ms are basically Smarties reimagined by Mars and Murray, while Ignacio Nacho Anaya gave his name to tortillas with toppings. Thank you, Ignacio. Q11. Which of these literary works is not commercially available as an e-book? A Clockwork Orange, Lady Chatterley's Lover, Catcher in the Rye. 3 have courted controversy, but they're 3 must-reads. But the issue here is less about controversy and more about copyright. Adaptations, audio and ebook publications are currently not allowed by the estate of J.D. Salinger, author of Catcher in the Rye. And holding on to a place in this game, 297 of you, but yeah, we'll call this another savage question. 618 go out. It's getting exciting now, so left-handed baseball mitts at the ready, because we're pitching for the final round. 297, getting that right. £1,000 still to play for. It's all hanging on this final cue. Here it comes. Q12. Which of these performers is the daughter of 2 opera singers? Charlotte Church, Catherine Jenkins, Rosamund Pike. I'll give you a clue. Her mother and father are not Tony and Carmela Soprano. But with 2 classical singer parents, you might make the assumption that music would be the mainstay of this star's career. However, bucking the family trend to become a Bond girl, it's Oxford grad and Oscar nominee Rosamund Pike for the win. And spearing victory, 222 winners tonight. Yes, we started with a red herring, and we ended with a pike. It all comes around neatly in this great ocean of trivia that is HQ, and some freshwater lakes as well. So taking home £4.51. Sorry, I got excited there, so did I. £4.51 or £4.50. 451 pence or 450 pence, depending on how you read it. Our Dr. Rachel, well done on your PhD. To Bed Socks, to Miss Bon Jovi. She sounds like Bon Jovi, but she looks like a Fraggle. Either way, it's brilliant. To Bradders 49, to a doggy holding a bucket, and all of you. If you're still watching at this point, then a special hello to you all, and thank you for playing. You are what make HQ brilliant. I'm Beric Livingstone, and you can send me your shout requests on Twitter or find me on Insta. Stop by and say hi. As I mentioned, Sunday is our day of special shows, with HQ Sports and The One both making their debuts. Meanwhile, we're back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for what we call our regularly amazing show. Join us then. Good night.